Bahamas Bowl set for Christmas Eve at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. President of Middle Tennessee State University, Dr. Sidney McPhee, whose team is set to take on Western Michigan in the bowl, said the event is something most people would love to be a part of, and he says it's drawing much anticipation back in Tennessee.
One of the major stations in Nashville called me sports station and had me live for about almost 30 minutes. It's the hottest ticket. Everybody wants to get on that plane. The Bahamas has a great reputation as being a tourist destination, and now building this reputation as sports tourism. It's incredible when you look at the geographical location of the Bahamas. It's an untapped resource in that area. You know, there's a bowl game in Hawaii. The NFL plays a game in London and also in Mexico. But just think about it, this is the first international sanctioned postseason bowl game outside of the continental United States of America.
Now making the trip for the bowl, he said, will be 126 student athletes, 103 fans, 2 city mayors, and a senator who is a former graduate will all be here to show their support. He's encouraging as many people as possible to attend the bowl because for him, he not only gets to support his team, but he gets to show off his home country as well.
I think it's very important that Bahamians support this bowl. I really cannot stress that any more significantly, because the other countries in the world would die to have this opportunity. I know because I do a lot of consulting in China, and the Chinese have sent their representative to the NCA, have had them do internship to learn about the NCA, and would love to have a bowl game.
Chairman of the National Pride Association, Alvin Reese, says for far too long Bahamians have been dumping indiscriminately around town and have no consequences or face no penalties for their actions. Reese says Bahamians must remember that cleanliness is next to godliness, and if we don't shape up soon, we will lose our image completely. He is now calling on authorities to implement local government throughout the capital, particularly in the inner city communities.
I think if you bring governance closer to the people and in these various areas, I think you'll begin to see a major change in these neighborhoods and the attitudes of a lot of people. Because we've seen some semblance of it with some of the neighborhood groups that we've implemented throughout Nassau, where people who live in these areas take responsibility for the areas themselves. We call them gatekeepers. So we believe that this is the way that we have to go in order to bring about a sense of pride in our country.
Have you ever noticed that when the price of oil or gas goes down, it takes a few days for it to be reflected at the pump? But as soon as prices go up, the jump happens almost instantly when you try to fill up. Well, that hasn't slipped past Price Control Commission Chairman E.J. Bowe either. He says it's something he's been working on with the petroleum dealers.
What we find out that we had some problem in the past with when the price goes down, it takes a long time for them to drop the price at the pump. But when the price goes up, it's done almost like instantaneously. And what I said to them is this: I want you to use the same mechanism you use for when the price goes up. Use that same mechanism when the price goes down. If you could do it in one day for the going up, you should be able to do it in one day for when it's falling.
As a part of their international program, the Beta Beta Lambda chapter of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated staged a Sleepout for the homeless yesterday as a way to not only raise funds but also awareness of those living in poverty in this country. The chapter partnered with the Downtown Nassau Partnership to use Pompey Square as a venue for the Sleepout, and Downtown Nassau Partnership Project Manager Javon Moss says it's great news to see non-profitable organizations such as Phi Beta Sigma take notice of these social problems.
You know what? Downtown Nassau Partnership is certainly happy to partner with Phi Beta Sigma from COB to bring awareness of, the fact that we have a lot of homeless people in our country that are not, the do not have the resources needed, and they're literally living on the streets.
Bring awareness to those that don't have a voice, those that are silenced because they may not have the finances that some of us do. And so we also collected donations for these individuals that we're going to donate at the end of the day to those individuals that may be in need of them.
It's something that we've ignored for a long time. It's something that we've not properly and adequately addressed. And so certainly as we develop and maintain a progress in revitalizing the city, it's important for us to begin to also look at these social issues that also need to be addressed at the same time. So the fact that we have civic society beginning to respond, beginning to bring awareness, I think it's a first step in us moving to solving these concerns.